I'm Golnaz Esfandiari, the editorial director of Radio Farda, and this is the briefing on the Iranian parliamentary elections. It's interesting to see that both sides are claiming victory. The hardliners, because they have managed to gain the majority of seats in the future parliament, but also the reformists who, despite the massive disqualification of their candidates, have gained 40 seats or more. But it seems that the reformists will remain a minority voice in the conservative-dominated parliament. The government says that the turnout was more than 60%. In Tehran, the turnout was about 40%. Some critics say that the real figure is lower. Some Iranians decided not to vote because they believe the Iranian elections are not free and fair. Others told us that they didn't vote on last Friday, because they didn't have a real choice. It would be interesting to see whether the reformists will be able to make a comeback next year and fight the conservatives. They have been marginalized, and it's also not clear how much public support they still have. A reformist comeback will depend a lot on whether former President Mohammad Khatami will decide to stand in the next year's presidential elections or not. He remains very popular, and he's probably the only figure who could reunite the reformists and get public backing. It remains to be seen how supportive the future parliament will be of President Ahmadinejad, who must seek re-election next year. There's growing public discontent over the inflation and unemployment, and many people blame Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and say he has mismanaged the economy. In general, it is expected that President Ahmadinejad will have a more difficult time with the new parliament than he had with the outgoing 7th parliament. The reason is that many of the hardliners who have won seats belong to the group who oppose the president's stance, and they have been critical of his foreign and also economic policies. I'm Golnaz Esfandiari, editorial director of Radio Farda, and that was the briefing on the Iranian parliamentary elections at rferl.org.